In the heart of an eternal ice age, a frozen wasteland holds secrets of ancient power, where only the strongest survive the relentless and biting winter storms. Here, time has stood still for millennia, preserving a world of white silence that is about to be shattered by the arrival of two legendary titans of old. A heavy footfall echoes through the canyon, announcing a presence so formidable that even the mountain itself seems to tremble in fear of what is coming next. Fenrir, the mythical ice wolf, steps out from the shadows of his frozen lair, his presence bringing a sudden drop in temperature that freezes the very air. From the jagged peaks above, his rival descends with lethal grace. The titan Smilodon, a prehistoric apex predator, arrives to claim his throne in this icy kingdom. With fangs like ivory daggers and muscles forged in the fires of survival, this ancient cat has never known defeat in the long history of the tundra. Two masters of the hunt now face one another across a field of snow, their destinies crossing in a clash that will decide the ruler of winter. The air crackles with tension as the god wolf of winter prepares to face the prehistoric killer. Only one can walk away from this battle for total supremacy. Without a moment of hesitation, Fenrir lunges across the ice, his speed defying his massive size as he becomes a living avalanche of fur and fury. The Smilodon answers with a deafening roar that shakes the ice from the cliffs, leaping high into the air to meet the wolf's charge head-on today. They collide like two runaway trains, a brutal display of raw power that sends shockwaves rippling through the canyon and scattering the thick falling snow everywhere. Fenrir uses his massive weight to batter the tiger, trying to break its spirit and bones in one swift motion, but the cat is built for war. The ground shudders beneath them as they roll in a chaotic tangle of limbs and claws, each searching for a lethal opening in the other's armor. The tiger's razor-sharp claws strike with lightning precision, slashing through the air and ice, desperate to draw first blood from the thick hide of the wolf. A successful strike by the wolf stains the white ground crimson, marking the first wound in a battle that is quickly becoming a desperate struggle for survival. Using its incredible lower body strength, the Smilodon hurls the wolf backward, creating space as they both reset for the next violent phase of their confrontation. Staring into the eyes of death, Fenrir watches every twitch of the tiger's muscles, calculating his next move as the predator prepares to strike once again. The cat is undeterred by its injury, its primal instincts taking over as it focuses entirely on the kill, ignoring the freezing wind and the growing pain. In this brief moment of silence, the two legends respect each other's power, knowing that the next mistake will be the last one either of them makes. The very environment begins to collapse as the storm intensifies, the canyon walls groaning under the pressure of the titans' earth-shaking battle for absolute kingly dominion. Fenrir taps into his divine heritage, unleashing a wave of absolute zero cold that turns the battlefield into a treacherous mirror of slick and jagged ice. Jagged shards of frozen earth spear upward like teeth from the ground, forcing the tiger to use all its agility to escape a cold and sharp demise. Momentarily losing its footing, the feline assassin struggles against the slick surface, a rare moment of vulnerability that the giant wolf is quick to exploit, greedily. Defying the laws of physics, the Smilodon leaps across the falling debris, turning the collapsing environment into a series of stepping stones toward its giant mythical foe. It is a spectacle of prehistoric survival, an apex hunter refusing to be buried by the elements or the magic of a godlike creature from myth. Fenrir counters with brute force, turning the falling pillars into projectiles, filling the air with deadly fragments of frozen stone to keep his enemy at bay. The arena is transformed into a graveyard of ice, where every step is a gamble and every shadow could hide the final strike of a predator. Like a ghost in the snow, the tiger bursts through the white haze, its jaws open wide to deliver a killing blow to the legendary winter wolf. The impact sends Fenrir reeling into the rocky cliffside, the sheer force of the tiger's pounce causing a localized earthquake that brings the mountainside down on them. Nature's wrath finally descends as a wall of white snow swallows both combatants whole, erasing them from the map in a silent, crushing embrace of winter. For a long moment, there is only the sound of the wind. It seems as though the duel has ended in a cold, eternal, and silent draw. But the fire of life still burns beneath the frost. Something moves deep within the wreckage, refusing to let the cold have the final word tonight. The Smilodon emerges first, its prehistoric blood boiling with rage as it shakes off the weight of the mountain, ready to finish what it started earlier. Battered but not broken, the cat stands ready. Its eyes are fixed on the spot where its rival was buried, waiting for the inevitable resurgence of Fenrir. The clouds part, revealing a moonlit arena for the final act. The stage is set for a climax that will echo through the halls of eternity forever. The great wolf rises like a vengeful spirit from the grave, his breath a testament to his endurance in the face of nature's most brutal and crushing forces. Strength is fading, and every breath is a struggle. Both predators know that the next exchange will determine who lives and who becomes a frozen memory. They are the last of their kind, giants in a world that has grown too small for both. The tension is thick enough to be cut with ice. With a burst of remaining energy, the tiger launches itself one last time, a spear of muscle and bone aimed directly at the heart of the wolf. But the wolf of prophecy is faster. Fenrir stands tall, catching the cat in a lethal embrace that stops the tiger's momentum and seals its dark fate. With a surge of divine strength, Fenrir drives his opponent into the weakened ice, opening a gateway to a bottomless pit of darkness beneath the canyon floor. The prehistoric king falls, his roar swallowed by the shadows as the abyss claims its prize, leaving only the sound of falling ice and the wind. It is over. The Titan has fallen, and the god-wolf remains. Fenrir watches the darkness for a moment, acknowledging the strength of his fallen foe today. Standing atop the world, Fenrir howls his victory to the stars, a sound that marks the beginning of his undisputed reign over the eternal frozen lands. The legend continues. Subscribe now to witness more epic battles between the greatest monsters of myth and history. The war for survival has only just begun.